Have you ever found yourself just caught in that relentless hum of constant activity? That feeling where even when you try to switch off, your mind's still racing? Cataloging tasks, maybe, or replaying
Oh,
conversations?
absolutely. It feels like on is the default setting these days.
Exactly. And the idea of truly disconnecting, of finding that genuine restorative rest, well, it feels almost like a myth sometimes. Elusive, isn't it?
It really is something we crave, but it often feels just out of reach.
Well, today we're going to do a deep dive into something that speaks directly to this. It's incredibly profound, but surprisingly compact. Our source material is a short, really compelling poem. It's simply titled Rest.
Just a few lines, but wow, they contain so much.
They really do. We found it offers some surprising insights into why we struggle with rest, and maybe more importantly, why it's so vital. Not just for, feeling good, but for our purpose.
Right. Our mission here is to unpack that, isn't it?
That's it. To pull out those key nuggets of wisdom hidden in the lines, explore what it tells us about modern life and perhaps how we can navigate things a little better.
Sounds good.
Okay, so to really let the message sink in, we thought it best to read the poem in its entirety first, before we jump into any commentary.
Good idea. Let the words breathe.
So maybe take a moment, lean back, take a breath, and just listen. Here is the poem. Rest. Rest. Sunday is supposed to be a day of rest. But no, never, I always failed the test. Doing everything with all my zest. Running helter, skelter from east to west. I have FOMO I like to jest. Enjoying catching things at its nest. But the great designer knows our bodies best. Let us remember to take a break so we can fulfill our life's quest. Okay. There's just so much packed into those few lines, isn't there? That's something we all seem to crave, yet, like the poem says, often struggle with.
Definitely.
Right from the start, it hits us with this tension, the ideal versus the reality. Sunday is supposed to be a day of rest. But no, never. I always fail the test. That feels incredibly relatable, doesn't it? That quiet admission. Yeah. Failing the test of rest.
It's fascinating how immediate that feels. You know, the poem captures that common idea, the designated day off, Sunday, whatever it is for you.
Right.
But then, bam, that really stark, almost confessional line, I always fail the test. It's not just observing something, it was admitting a personal pattern.
Yeah, it feels very personal.
It really makes you ask, why do we feel that way so often? Why does the intention to rest just evaporate? It speaks to something deep in modern life, I think, where real rest often just stays as an idea, not something we actually do. It's like society has subtly demoted rest,
Yeah.
from a basic need to
The luxury.
a luxury, exactly.
Yeah.
Or worse, like being lazy if you're not constantly busy. Busyness equals worth, almost.
Performative productivity, you mean?
That's a great way to put it. Doing stuff just to seem busy, maybe more for validation than real output. The poem sort of gently pushes back against that, hinting at the inner cost.
It does. And it's not just a feeling of being overwhelmed either. The poem describes this really active, almost chaotic kind of busyness.
Yeah, the next line's.
Doing everything with all my zest. Running helter skelter from east to west. Zest is interesting. But helter skelter. That image.
It's so vivid, isn't it?
It perfectly captures that scattered energy, pulled in all directions. Does that resonate with you, listening? Running helter-skelter, even when maybe you shouldn't be.
It makes you think about the why behind it. It's not just physical running around, is it? It's a mental state, too.
Yeah.
Always doing, always moving.
Fragmented attention.
Exactly. Reacting to everything, every ping, every opportunity, instead of choosing where the energy goes. It's like we've wired ourselves for perpetual motion. Stillness feels weird.
Or guilty, even.
Right. That guilt if you pause. Because we equate doing stuff with being valuable. Our brains get overloaded, which, funnily enough, probably makes us less productive in the long run.
And speaking of being pulled towards opportunities, the FOMO line.
Oh, yes.
I have FOMO. I like to jest. Enjoying catching things at its nest. It frames FOMO, fear of missing out, not just as pressure, but something else.
Something internal, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really insightful. It acknowledges FOMO, which we all kind of get now,
Right.
but it pairs it with enjoying catching things at its nest.
Right.
That suggests there's a real pleasure there, too.
Yeah.
A thrill in grabbing opportunities, being active, being involved.
So it's not just a burden.
Not solely, no. There's often a genuine enjoyment in the chase, and the experiences, the accomplishments, which makes it complicated, doesn't it?
It does.
If part of our busyness feels good, feels like living fully, how do we balance that with the fact that we just biologically need to stop sometimes?
Yeah, how do you find that line between productive engagement and just spinning your wheels.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Discerning activity from actual progress.
Okay, so we've got the struggle, the chaotic energy, the FOMO, and then the poem pivots. It introduces this deeper wisdom.
The turning point.
But the great designer knows our bodies best. That line feels significant. It shifts the whole tone.
It really does. It feels like hitting bedrock after all that frantic energy.
What do you think that great designer represents? God, nature, our own biology?
Well, that's what's fascinating. You can interpret it in different ways, right? A spiritual sense, maybe? Or the inherent wisdom in nature? Or simply our own biological blueprint, how we're actually built to function?
Our physiology, our psychology.
Exactly. Whatever your interpretation, the core message is the same. There's an optimal design for us humans, and guess what? Rest is a crucial part of that design.
It's not optional software, it's in the hardware.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's not just a nice to have, it's foundational. Modern science backs this up completely, Our brains need downtime, that default mode network activity.
Daydreaming, mind wandering.
Yeah, that's not wasted time. That's when your brain consolidates memories, makes connections, solves problems creatively. It's essential processing.
And our nervous system needs that rest and digest mode too, right? To actually recover.
Absolutely. The parasympathetic state. This line is a powerful call to respect that inherent design. Instead of constantly trying to push past our limits, we're not machines.
We operate in cycles. Activity, then rest. Trying to skip the rest cycle. Well, it doesn't work long term.
It's counterproductive to the design itself.
Which leads perfectly into the poem's final lines, the wrap-up. Let us remember to take a break so we can fulfill our life's quest.
Connecting the break directly to the quest.
Yeah. It reframes rest completely. It's not stopping from the quest. It's stopping for the quest. It enables it.
That's the key takeaway for me. Rest isn't just for rest's sake, as important as that is. The poem positions it as a critical strategy to achieve something bigger.
The fuel.
The fuel, exactly. The rejuvenation needed for purpose. Without that break, that life's quest, whatever it is for you, becomes much harder, maybe impossible to pursue sustainably.
You lose focus, energy, resilience.
All of it. So the poem challenges us to see rest not as an interruption, but as a vital, non-negotiable part of the journey itself. The strategic pause for sustainable momentum.
Preventing burnout, basically, and allowing us to actually engage deeply with what matters.
Couldn't have said it better.
So this poem, Rest, it really just beautifully captures that tension, doesn't it, between our drive, that zest, and this profound, almost sacred need for a break.
It does.
And it's not about being lazy or lacking drive. It's actually opposite.
It's strategic. It was about wisdom.
Right. It suggests that real fulfillment, achieving that life's quest, actually demands that we step back. We allow that restoration. We respect the great designer.
We invest in our capacity to live fully.
Exactly. Seeing rest as that strategic investment.
So the final thought to leave people with, perhaps, building on the poem, what does it truly mean for you, listening right now, to take a break so you can actually fulfill your life's quest? And maybe, how might redefining your relationship with rest, seeing it not just as stopping, but as an active, essential part of your purpose, how might that reshape your whole approach to life, to work, to everything?
That's a powerful question to mull over. Well, if you found this deep dive interesting, if it sparked some thoughts or resonated with your own experiences around busyness and rest,
We hope it did.
please consider subscribing to the deep dive for more insights like this, and maybe share this one with a friend. Someone you know who might also be running a bit helter-skelter.
We all know someone, right? Or maybe it's ourselves.
True. Thanks so much for joining us on this exploration.
Thank you.